Hello, Junction City Today fans. This is your host, Craig Bielek, and I am so happy that you've tuned in at this particular time because I'm joined by somebody that I truly, truly adore. This is Sister Arthur with Give Me a Chance, and a lot of you out there probably do not know her, but that's why you've tuned in, because this is your opportunity to get to know her. And we're going to talk about all the good things that Give Me a Chance does in our community, right, Sister?
Right.
Right. Well, first off, I'd like to know a little bit more about you. Where were you born? How did you become Sister Arthur? And how did you end up in little old Ogden, Utah?
Well, I'm originally from Chicago.
Really?
Really. And I entered the community of the Daughters of Charity because I knew that I was taught by other religious communities, but the daughters specifically were committed to caring for the poor. So I entered in St. Louis, and then I went to college. I became a nurse, and then my first mission was in San Jose, California, at O'Connor Hospital. And I've been in hospital ministry my whole life up until I came to Utah. I've been in Northern California, Southern California, worked in hospitals, worked in clinics, and I was in 3 different countries in Africa. And I came to Utah in 2016 in October.
Is that right? So from Africa from San Jose.
No, I was in the San Francisco Bay Area at a hospital called Seton Medical Center in Daly City. And I came here in October. I was there for 6 years after coming home from Kenya. And I was 6 years there, and then I came here.
Wow, quite a resume.
Yeah.
We're happy to have you here. I can tell you that.
I'm happy to be here.
Very, you know what, and right now you're probably thinking, I don't know much about Give Me a Chance, but the chances are you actually do, because you've probably seen their work in our community. And of course, before we go much farther, if you want to know way more about them, you just have to look at this website right here, and you can find out about all the good things that they do.
Right.
And so, first off, let's get with the basics. What is Give Me a Chance?
Give Me a Chance is a nonprofit organization that's sponsored by the Daughters of Charity that ministers to low-income women, teaching them marketable skills so they can become self-sufficient and independent. We teach professional sewing, alterations, quilting, English as a second language, computers. And if they would like, they can learn how to do painting, and learn how to play a musical instrument, a guitar or a piano.
Well, who wouldn't want to do that?
I know. It's a wonderful luxury item that they would never be able to afford, because all of our classes are free of charge for them.
Really?
Yes.
How many people go through your program in a year?
Oh, in a year, probably about 100.
Really? 100 local women?
Local women.
And families, I should
And
say
children.
families.
It's only for women and children.
Right.
Because we believe they're the most vulnerable in society.
Right.
So we have an after-school tutorial program for children who are in kindergarten through 6th grade, who are struggling in their regular school because most of them come from families where Spanish is the only language spoken in the home. So the parents have difficulty helping them with homework. So they fall behind. So we've had some children in 2nd or 3rd grade who could not read. And, you know, if you can't read by 3rd grade, you are really lost.
You're going to be in trouble.
Yes. So we have volunteer tutors. We have 16 volunteer tutors that come between the times of 3 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. When the children arrive, you know, they've been in school all day long. So we let them have a half hour of a snack and get to talk with each other, because they all don't go to the same school. Then at 3:30 they break, go into their classrooms, first, kindergarten first, 2nd, 3rd, and then 4th and 6th. And the teachers, the first thing that they will say is, what is your homework? Now, they don't help them with all of their homework, but the homework that they're struggling with.
Right.
Most of it is reading and math. So that's what they key in right away. And then after the hour of tutoring, then they break for another half hour when all the children come together, and the tutors take turns every day. A different one takes turns doing an enhancement program for half an hour. It could be on history, science, music. We have a music teacher. It could be on art, whatever. And it's interacting. All the children come together, and it's educational, but it's an enhancement. It's not just reading and math.
What a valuable program.
And then
So how much does this cost a family?
it doesn't cost them anything. These are low incomes family.
My
So
goodness.
many of the women are single moms.
Right.
Some have come from abused situations. Not all. Some are intact families, but they're struggling. So it doesn't cost them anything.
Right, right. So how in the world do you come up with the money to do this? Because you have a building, and we're going to talk a little more about where your building is and some of the other things you do, but where does the funding come from?
Well, a portion of it comes from our community, the Daughters of Charity, and the rest we have to raise. And we have 2 major fundraisers a year.
Right.
And then we just started last fall with an annual appeal. So that's where the money comes that helps us become sustainable.
Right. And I have been to your fundraisers.
Yes, you have.
And the main thing is they're fundraisers, but the first 3 letters, fun, F-U-N, they're fun.
Yes,
they're
they
always
are.
fun. Let's talk about your fundraisers.
Okay. The first one is the golf tournament, and it started 3 years ago.
Right.
And we have an advisory board. And it came at the suggestion of one of our advisory board members, who she and her husband then have organized and taken over it. So this is the 3rd year that we're going to have it, and it's usually at Schneider's. And the bishop comes, so we call it Golf with the Bishop.
Yes, I remember
Bishop-
that. You get to golf with the bishop.
Bishop Oscar Soles, who's lots of fun. And it
Yeah,
has
very.
grown every year. And so that's one of the major fundraisers that we have. And this year it's going to be on Saturday, June 8th.
Okay, I'm there.
Good.
That's all you need to
good.
say,
It's
because
lots of fun.
I played a few years ago and it really was
It's
fun.
a lot of fun.
We had a really good time. Then you shift to another fundraiser.
Then we ship to another fundraiser, which takes place in the late summer. This year it's going to be the Saturday after Labor Day,
Okay.
September 7th. So miss your birthday.
All right, yes. I haven't been able to come for a few years because it's been on my birthday.
That's right. So this is September 7th, and it's going to be great. Last year we couldn't hardly believe. The first year we had like 160 people come. This year we had 200 and almost 60 people
wow.
come. And it was so much fun. It's a catered dinner from Union Grill.
Right.
And we have a live band and hors d'oeuvres. And then the students who are in the sewing program, they do a little fashion show of some of the outfits that they've made so people can see the results of what we're doing there. And then the people that are in the art program, they had all their artwork displayed. And some of it they were able to sell if anybody wanted to buy it.
Well,
So-
of course. So here's a confession. I guess this is the best time to make it right now.
Uh-oh.
With the sister. Oh, sister. September
7th, don't
It's
tell
my
me.
wife's birthday. I miss it. I missed her fundraiser every year because it was my birthday, and then she said it's going to be after Labor Day, and I was like, that sounds great. And no, that's the wrong day.
Well-
but we'll see what we can negotiate.
Okay.
I wanted to point out too. A lot of you are probably somewhat familiar with the Give Me a Chance charity because of a store located on Washington
right.
Boulevard. Right, it's kind of right between 25th and 26th Street.
That's
Am
correct.
I right? On the east
26th,
side?
yeah. Mhm.
Called.
Demariac Formal Attire.
That is correct. And you
Uh-huh.
drive by. I know any of you that drive downtown Ogden, you see it all the time. They've got beautiful, beautiful dresses in the window.
And we have a parking garage, not garage, but a parking space. And on the side of the wall, it has a big sign that says alterations.
Yes.
It's very difficult to find a place that'll do alterations for the public these days.
Right, and do them well. And do them
So
professionally.
people can come and have alterations done, have a jacket with a zipper that's broken or whatever that needs to be
Right,
done.
right.
And that's done by senior graduates from our sewing program, and they're excellent.
Oh, I have personal experience.
they're
I actually
excellent.
have taken something to you for alterations, and it all goes to a charity. So, guys out there, quit duct taping the hem of your pants. Okay, get in there and get it done. It's really inexpensive, and the money goes to charity, and it helps Sister Arthur with.
But
Giving
in
a Chance.
addition, it's called a formal attire store, and that's what we sell brand new, up-to-date fashions for weddings, quinceañeras, proms, formal wear, and First Communion, baptisms.
Right.
So.
Yeah, it's really interesting,
great.
and you absolutely must go in
But
there.
one other thing we do there that's very special is we have a training program. So if a woman was interested in learning retail management, we will train her on customer service, how you order merchandise, how you rotate merchandise, how you put it all on the computer, how you deal with cash, credit cards, etc. And during that training program, she can receive a stipend. And then when she's ready to go out looking for a job, she has an excellent referral from us.
Oh my goodness.
So
You
it's
folks out
a-
there watching, did you know this was going on right here in your community? And look behind us, because this is your Guadalupe garden. A photograph from that.
Yeah, we have
that is located where?
It's on the property of 29th and Grant. It's attached to our building, and it's an acre, and it's just beautiful. We have one section that's for children to play a playground for them, and then there's a big green area where they can play soccer. And then it's open to the public from 10 to 2 on the days that we're open. Then we close because we have children.
Right.
And then, so it's
Sure.
not open when the children are there. But people can come from the neighborhood, and if you've been in our neighborhood, there's not a lot of beautiful greenery. So it's a place of beauty that the community, the neighbors can come and visit and relax and just
Sure.
be.
Sit in this garden and,
Beautiful.
and I'm sure you'll feel the love, contemplate and reflect on
Beautiful
everything that you
flowers
have
and plants.
all those sorts of things. Did you guys know, again, I'm asking you, did you know all of this was going on right here in our community under the direction of Sister Arthur? We've got a video we want to show you next, and we're going to roll that right after. Sister and Arthur and I have just been laughing about how well coordinated we are today. I mean, look at it, the navy blue and the sky blue and everything. I think my socks even match.
Oh,
you
my
want to wear
goodness.
my socks? Oh, look. Oh, look. What do you guys think? Huh? Sister, you could wear those.
Well, I guess so.
You really could. Oh, I guess so. Sister Arthur, it is a pleasure.
Same here.
And
Thank
thank
you.
you. Thank you.
Thank you for the opportunity.
for the things you are doing in our community for people in need, helping the most vulnerable people in our community, and doing it self-sufficiently.
Yeah. So I would like to say something to the
Absolutely.
audience is the way you could help is if you know women that you think could benefit from the program that we have. We don't give food, clothing, or money. We educate for the future. So if you think you have women that could benefit from this, please send them to us. Also children. If you see children, if you know children who are struggling, that you can bring them to us and we can help them. As I said, the classes are all free of charge. So we have wonderful volunteers in all of the programs. And if you're interested in volunteering, we'd love to have you come and be part of that.
Right.
So.
If you guys cannot feel the love coming right through the screen to you right now from Sister Arthur, then you need to sit a little closer because it's here. Here's the website right here. My guest today on Junction City today has been Sister Arthur with Give Me a Chance, and I want to do this every episode. This is my favorite episode. I just want to do this all the time. We're going to ask you to sit tight for 1 second and watch this nice video about all of the other things that Give Me a Chance does. And I'm sure you're welcome to go down to
Yes,
the location,
please.
ask for Sister Arthur, sit down and talk with her for a minute. And if you know of somebody who needs help, please, please, please direct them to this incredible resource right here in our community.
Give Me a Chance says exactly what we are and who we are. It gives women an opportunity to learn a marketable skill so that they can be independent and self-sufficient, and also to help children progress through education.
I like when we do the fun activities. My tutors and these ones, I like them a lot. They're nice, they're kind, they help me out. My grades are getting more higher.
Good job.
It's been a really good experience. It's awesome.
I've been teaching for about 10 years. We work with kids that are low income. They really need a lot of help with their math and their English. But I had the privilege to be working with them and helping them and see them grow.
I love the tutors here. I taught special ed for many years ago, and now we have a couple of little kiddos here that need a little bit extra help. We read and do math. It's enjoyable.
I'm Kennedy Crittenden, and I am a junior at Weber State. I love working with kids, and I love working with the other volunteers.
I'm Madison Billy. I chose to volunteer here because I loved being able to make a difference in kids' lives.
I play music. My music teacher is Miss Alice.
I love teaching the accordion. I've taught them the recorder. I'll be teaching them singing, helping them with their academics. I know that when I come here, I can forget troubles and I can just work with these kids. There's hope here. There's love here.
Last year I was struggling and I ended up with pretty good grades because of the tutoring help. It turned my D's to A's.
There's a lot of children out there that need help, and we're so grateful and thankful that there is a place like this that the kids can come and get the help they need.
We believe that to be able to come out of poverty, education is really important.
Ever since I was little, I used to like to sew. I did everything by hand. When I came here, I learned how to use a machine for the first time.
The way I teach sewing is that I teach them how to make their own pattern. And then they have a project where they could practice, collar, sleeves, buttons, and buttonholes.
I learned how to be self-sufficient because I sell all the little things I do here.
Quilting's my passion. I like to share it. What little I know about quilting, I like to give to these girls that they can take and make something beautiful.
I love to see the finished products, of course, of everything. And I love to see the enthusiasm with the girls.
Everything we have here is donated. The machines, the fabrics.
We have some excellent experiences of success with the women. One started her own business in our store, a person who does alterations. She's a graduate from the program here.
My name is Lulu. I'm assistant manager, and I help to do alterations. So we try, to the customer, feel, happy when they come here to the store. And I love, to work in here.
We constantly have uniforms that need to be decorated with their patches and badges. We do prisons, police departments, so we just bring them over here.
Since I started teaching here, it helps me to grow knowing about the ladies.
These are the only friends I have. I used to take a lot of medication for anxiety, and sewing has helped me a lot. I haven't taken anxiety medication for like 6 months now.
What a great job. Nice to meet you.
We started ESL. It's a very practical class.
My name is Margarita Gonzalez, and I'm from Mexico. It's important to take English class because it's for the communicate with teachers, doctors.
Doc.
I know how hard it is to have language barrier. They teach them how to open an account, how to save your money. What are your goals in life?
Give me a chance, Just give me the opportunity to learn.
I invite people to deepen their relationship with God by discovering the gifts in music or in art, use it as a prayer or to express themselves.
It's the best thing that has ever happened to me.
Many, they have never painted anything before, but they just happen that when they pick up the brush, they use some colors and then it attracts them, go deeper into painting.
It's not just a class, it's just like we have a good relationship with each other, and it's been wonderful.
It's a lot you can learn here. I learned how to play the piano and I learned art. I want to learn how to use the computer more.
I take computer class too because it's important now. Everything's for the technology.
I believe that women and children are the most vulnerable in our society today. And we don't give money or food or clothing. What we do is we give a chance to educate them so that they can better themselves and their children. The children are our future. So why would we not want to give them a chance?